I'm going to stick with one more bit of Mozart. This is from the opera The Marriage of Figaro. Do any of you know The Marriage of Figaro? The story, it's based on a famous 18th century play, which is a comedy. So if you can imagine, the story is basically a cross between Upstairs, Downstairs and Faulty Towers. So if you listen to the story, that's pretty much what it is. Okay? With a love interest, obviously, as well. And this next aria, Cherubino, who's a 14-year-old boy, usually played by a girl, who's just discovered girls, he's becoming a nuisance. So Figaro, he's been sent off by the Count to join the army. So Figaro mockingly tells him what it's like to join the army. Do we have any 14-year-old boys in the audience? Can you be a 14-year-old boy? No. No? Do you have any volunteers to be a 14-year-old boy? No? No one dreams of being a 14-year-old boy? Oh dear, what a shame. I know why, because we're doing it in the afternoon and you've not had enough to drink. That's if you'd had a bit more to drink, you'd have been all volunteering. Right, so what I'll do, you'll just have to assume there's a 14-year-old boy there. Okay. Here we go. So this is about joining the army. Say goodbye now to pastime and playland. Say goodbye to your airs and your graces. Here's an end to the life that was gayland. Here's an end to your games with the girls. Here's an end to the haunts in the hayland. Here's an end to your games with the girls. Not for you, nada deepens and laces. Not for you, frills and feathers and favors, pink and white like a girl's through your faces. You must lose all your ringlets and curls. You must lose all your ringlets and curls. Not for you, are frills and feathers, airs and graces, curls and ringlets and sweet pretty faces. Say goodbye now to pastime and playland. Say goodbye to your airs and your graces. Here's an end to the life that was gayland. Here's an end to your games with the girls. Here's an end to the dance in the hayland. Here's an end to your games with the girls. Chest going out and shoulders back, sir. Hold your head up, not so slack, sir. Take your musket on your shoulder. That's the right style for a soldier. Duty calls you to death or glory. As for pay, that's another story. Quite another story. Quite another story. No more dances now, but training for the pleasure of campaigning. Yes, you'll find it quite exciting when you come to hear some fighting, bugles calling, sabres clashing, mortars rolling, mortars clashing, headlong into danger dashing. That's the life you've got in store. Not for you, are frills and feathers, not for you. Airs and graces, not for you. Pearls and ringlets, not for you. Are sweet, pretty faces, ha 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 ha. Say goodbye now to pastime and playland. Say goodbye to your airs and your graces. Here's an end to the life that was gayland. Here's an end to your games with the girls. Here's an end to the dance in the hayland. Here's an end to your games with the girls. Cherubino on to victory as we go on to the war. Cherubino on to victory as we go on to the war. As we go on to the war, as we go on to the war. haven't gathered already, Mozart was a bit of a tinker. He used to write